All right, so we continue by taking the first on the list. That is business marketing and advertising. And this one is powered by the Supreme School of Marketing and Advertising. Now we have to understand some concepts and we want to briefly define what business marketing is about. Now, according to Wikipedia, business marketing is a marketing practice of an individual, of individuals, organizations, which allows them to sell products or services to other companies or other organizations that may resell them or use them in their products or services. So, business marketing is a practice or strategies that helps you to be able to sell your product or your service to other people or other companies. To put it in brief terms, that is the concept of business marketing. Now, to be able to go into business marketing with respect to this conference, we have been able to do research and we have found out that digital marketing is taking over the world because everything is going online. And so, if you look at the elements of marketing on the digital front, videos top the list of the things that people view a lot before you come to pictures, before you come to audio, and then we come to writing. So, if you are marketing a product online, people are more likely to watch videos, then it will be followed by they watching pictures, then it will be followed by audio, and then lastly writings. So the traditional way of marketing is gradually being flushed out of the system. The traditional way of marketing, now we are going digital because everything is going online. Now let's look at some intriguing facts about digital marketing in the area of video. Now the first point, we said 82% of consumer internet traffic will be by video. So if there is going to be traffic online, there's going to be so much traffic online. It means that there are so many people viewing something online. And that is what we call it internet traffic. It is going to be because of videos. So you can even do a personal assessment of yourself that you watch more videos than you watch pictures or listen to audios or watch writings online on your social media platforms. You are tempted to watch videos. For example, the status of people on WhatsApp, on Facebook, we are tempted to watch more videos than anything. So if people who are planning to go into digital marketing, you should be able to focus your strength on creating content that are in video format. And that is what I want to explain to you here. Now let's look at the next fact. Now, YouTube has a higher engagement and a lower bounce rate than Twitter and Facebook. So another research fact has found that YouTube, which is a video prone site, has a higher engagement rate than Twitter and Facebook because it is all about video. So if you want to go into digital marketing, just to confirm and just to add up to what I said early on, your focus must be into video editing and then video content to market a product. Now, if you look at this side, if you look at this side, we have YouTube has 1.5 billion user accounts, and that is 1/3 of all the people on the internet. And so YouTube alone commands or has accounts that is worth 1.5 billion users, which is 1/3 of online users globally. So because YouTube is a video platform, it has been able to get the attention of 1.5 billion users, which is 1/3 of the population of internet users globally. So you could see how video adverts or videos are becoming so strong in the area of digital marketing. All right, don't want to waste much time because I'll be putting the slides on the platform so you can be able to read specifically the slides. Let's take the headings and then we can move. Now, 4 times as many consumers or customers or consumers would rather watch a video than read to learn about a product. So research by Animoto has shown that 4 times as many customers would rather watch a video than read to learn about a product. So if you are doing a product marketing, people would rather watch a video about a product than to read or learn about it. That is another intriguing fact about business marketing. Now, content with relevant images gets 94% views. Now we are now coming to images. So if you are creating business video adverts or if you are doing advertising on digital advertising, if your contents have images, they are more likely to be watched, and that is 94% more views than any other medium of communication. Now, you can't talk about business marketing as part of entrepreneurship without talking about the concept of selling. Without talking about it, we can't do that. And so, if you look at the simply looking at the definition for entrepreneur, an entrepreneur is somebody or a person who can combine the factors of production to produce goods and services for consumption. Now, means that if you're looking at the chain of entrepreneurship, the end product of entrepreneurship is consumption. And consumption cannot happen if selling does not take place. So the mechanism that aids in the consumption of the production or the products that the entrepreneur has brought into place is what we call selling. So now let's look at selling as a concept of business marketing or business entrepreneurship. Now, selling is one of, if not the most important part of business and entrepreneurship. Now, entrepreneurship is aimed at helping people get the required skills and expertise to be able to combine the various factors of production to produce goods and services for consumption. Therefore, the end product of entrepreneurship is consumption, and that will not happen if selling is not done. All right, let's go. Now, these are other definitions of selling which you can be able to appreciate when you look into the slides which I'll be putting on the platform. Now, in throwing more light in selling, I'll be taking you through the first slides and I'll be giving you some 8 solid reasons why people buy. So if you want to go into business or you want to go into business marketing, you have to understand some principles, and there are 8 principles that business or selling rides on. So let's look at reasons why people buy. Okay, so we'll be looking at reasons why people buy, and it's under how to sell your product and make money. And the focus is reasons why people buy, how to sell your product and make money. And we are looking at reasons why people buy, reasons why people buy. Now let's go into it. Now, before we go into it, you must understand that money is a current. When I talk about money being a current, it means that money flows from one sector of the economy to the other sector. So if agricultural sector is not booming, the money from agric has moved from agric to maybe energy. If energy is not booming, it has maybe moved from energy to health. So in an economy, money moves like a current, like an electricity current. And so that is the concept of understanding money as being a current, or that is why it is called a currency. So money is a current. That is why it is called currency. Now, because I don't want to waste much time on this, let's go into looking at the principles or the 8 solid reasons why people buy. The first reason is fear. Now, for example, it's much more easier for me to explain fear as to the first principle why people buy, because you could all see that we are in the COVID season, and before the COVID started, there was something we call panic buying. People were rushing to buy things because they were thinking COVID is going to bring some bit of a lockdown, which some countries had, but for Ghana we had something like a partial lockdown. So one principle of selling, one reason why people buy is because of fear. People buy because maybe they might be afraid that if they don't buy the product now, the price of the product might go up maybe the next time. For example, somebody might buy because he might think that if he doesn't buy the product, he or she is losing out on a good offer. So people buy things as a matter of fear, and that can be defined the concept of panic buying. If you get the slides, you can be able to read, and then you get more details about what we are talking about. Now, the second reason why people buy is the desire to be known and prestige, or the desire to be known or recognized, which is the prestige. Now, for companies who produce luxurious things like luxurious cars, like the Lamborghinis, like the iPhones, people buy these things not necessarily because the products are quality. These can be other reasons, but people might buy these things because of the prestige that comes with it. So somebody would labor to gather money to buy an iPhone because it gives him or her some level of prestige among his peers. And so prestigious goods sell on the principle of the desire for people to be known and to be recognized. So if you are going into a business and you are looking at a business that sells with prestige, a business that sells with recognized, how people want to be, people being wanted, people who want to be recognized, then You can look at products like luxurious goods, and so luxurious goods sell necessarily or mainly on the desire for people to be known or recognized in society. For example, as we know, is the iPhone. All right, so another reason why people buy is out of love. So people buy out of love. So you look at love being the a complex feeling. If you have love for somebody, your mom, your friends, maybe your fiancé, your girlfriend or your boyfriend, the feeling of love motivates you to buy for those people or to spend on those people. The feeling of love motivates you. So people also buy because of love. And so you can look at examples like the Vows Day gifts. Vows Day gifts. Okay, let me go back to the slide so that we can. So we have Valentine's gifts. Yes, we have birthday gifts, wedding gifts. All these products sell because people are in love or people have emotional attachment with other people. So that is one of the principles or the reasons why people buy. Let's go to the next reason why people buy. All right, so the next reason why people buy, we have comfort. Comfort as the next reason why people buy. So for some of us who are on campus or who are in the universities, or for some of us, you see people would want to pay as much as maybe 2,000, maybe 3,000, as much as high as 10,000 cedis to get accommodation that will be able to suit their comfort needs. And so the hostels around the universities are selling based on their level of comfort, and their level of comfort they are giving to the students will determine their price. And so these businesses like hostels and hotels and other things, because of the comfort they give to people, their businesses thrive on the principle of comfort, and that is one of the reasons why people buy. For example, this new business in town, which is the delivery business, the delivery services. So people will buy food and they'll give it to a delivery guy to bring it to them without them not going through the inconveniences of walking to go and buy it. People want to always enjoy comfort, and so the delivery business thrives on the principle of comfort in business marketing. All right, so we have self-development or self-improvement as the next principle of the principle of business, which looks at the reasons why people buy. Now, people are paying huge sums of money to acquire degree, to acquire masters, to acquire doctorates because they want to improve themselves. Just as you are listening to this conference. The reason why you are listening to this conference is because you want to learn something that will improve your skills. And so the principle of this conference as a business venture is selling because people want self-improvement. So self-improvement is also one of the major reasons why people would buy goods and services. Now the desire for power is also one of it. Now, the desire for power, you see, people want to be in control. You see, people spend huge sums of money when they want to vie for specific positions. They spend huge sums of money in campaigning and doing so many things. So, the principle of power, so the desire for power is also one principle that pushes people to buy. If you get the slides, you get more details. I wouldn't want to waste much time. Now, addiction is also one of the principles or the reasons why people buy. And so for people who deal in beverages, the alcoholic beverages, so because people are addicted to certain alcoholic beverages, they would want to buy and buy and buy because they are addicted. So if you're a businessman and you are able to bring out a product and people get addicted to that product, addiction here in business can be either positive or negative. So the positivity of it is that it doesn't really, it's a product that doesn't really bring harmful results to people's life. That is a plus. But even in that, even in the negatives, people's business thrive on addiction. And so for those companies who produce alcoholic beverages, people are addicted to alcohol, and then because of the addiction, they buy and they buy and they buy, and those companies make money. So one of the reasons why people buy is because they are addicted to a product. And if you're a businessman and if you're an entrepreneur and you're able to produce a product that customers get addicted to, that is the secret to making money and wealth. Because when they are addicted, even if they don't have money, they will rush and they will struggle and they will knock doors and open doors just to get money to buy a product. And so addiction is a very powerful reason why people buy. The last on the list is greed. Now, if you look at greed, it can be seen in a negative sense, but in business, we are not looking at the negative side of it. Now, greed is in describing the principle of greed in the reasons why people buy. It comes with a concept of trying to market your product and making your product value higher than the value of the product. And so people can market a product and then you feel that the product is so good because of the marketing that you have seen, and you go in to buy the product and you realize that the product is not as valuable as the market value depicted, maybe on television, maybe on radio. They can market a product and you think the product is so good, and then you go in for it and then realize that. And so that is one principle of marketing that's right on greed. So you must be able to market a product and make the market value of the product higher than the actual value of the product. So if I'm to read small, you can see that people are greedy and selfish. They want everything for themselves. So people naturally might be greedy and selfish, and they want everything for themselves. For example, some politicians and government officials will store up money for their unborn kids, and all these things are avenues for people to be things that they can keep for their needs and to be able to fund their needs. And this is one of the reasons why people buy. All right, so this brings us to the end of this lesson. We'll be going to subsequent lessons as well. So thank you very much for this brief lesson. So stay tuned for the other lessons that are coming. Thank you very much.